Drink a coffee called Bulletproof. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I love it. And it's extremely expensive, and I hate shelling out 30 bucks for a small bag of coffee. So I was on Amazon and I did a search, kind of a search, looking for coffees, and I saw somebody talking about Bulletproof coffee. I love it. It's expensive. But the person was saying how this coffee here was just like Bulletproof, that they loved it and that they were thankful that they no longer had to pay that kind of money for the coffee that they love. So I was like, okay, well, I'm down. No questions asked. I was just like, I'm in. So instead of ordering my usual, I ordered this. And I have not anything. I haven't even smelt it or anything yet. Want to smell? Oh, it smells good. There it is. The beans of the gods. So, of course, the bag is foil lined. That helps keeps it fresh. It smells good. Doesn't smell bitter. And let's give it a quick whirl. I know you're gonna think this is so silly, but I do not own a electric coffee thingy. I would just like to say that I would just like to say that it's in my brain that coffee tastes better when you do it yourself, when you grind it by hand. Thus, I only have a hand one. Sometimes as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, man, I wish I had an electric coffee grinder, bean grinder, or whatever. Wait, it gets better. I'm like manual girl. So you may wonder, why did I put a coffee bean in my mouth? I like coffee that much. Am I going to chew on it? No. I just suck on it like a piece of candy. It's a weirdo thing, right? It really tastes just like coffee. Because it is. Smells good. Now, the Bulletproof, here, my brain thinks of Bulletproof like tribal and strong, and I don't know. I don't know how to explain. It's deep. How's that? It's got a nice deep flavor. And here's my other manual. Now, I do have some coffee pots that are not all manual, but these are my favorite. Some more manuals. So, let me do it to the side just in case any leaks. I don't want that on my lap. I love these because it's so fresh and so easy. Now, if you want a super strong cup, you would put a boatload, a bunch of coffee in this thing. If you want a light, you put a little. It's up to you how strong you want your coffee. You can make a serious espresso by putting a lot of coffee and just a little bit of water. And I think they're called pour-overs. It's one of my favorite. My other favorite coffee pot is Minos, I think it's called. M-I-N-O-S. I have a couple of them. Actually, I have 3. And it's also kind of a manual. Let's see, put on a stovetop. It's unconventional compared to the usual stuff that we have today. It's not a quick grind, a quick brew. You know, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but I love them. You put the coffee in, you can put water in or milk in. Mocha Express is one of them that I've had for years, over 8 or 9 years. And then in the last year and a half, I've gotten 2 different Minos coffee things. So that's it. You take it off. There's my coffee right there. That's what it looks like inside now that the coffee is leaking on my table a little bit, but I'm okay with that right now. I was trying to keep this all in one easy place so I didn't have to get up and walk around and make a really long video, because sometimes I do. Now, I have narcolepsy, and so you suck on a bean of coffee. It gives you a little bit of caffeine, nothing major, but I need caffeine. Sometimes I can just fall asleep. It's terrible. I'm happy. It does taste like Bulletproof. Bulletproof and this. It is a strong, earthy coffee. It just tastes really good. So this is 100% cafe roast, it says. I don't know. It tastes so good. I'm shocked. Wow. It is very good. I'm going to tell you that we drink a lot of coffee here. I have a Keurig, and I have the extra things, the filters, so you can filter your own. But the pour-overs, I don't know, they just taste different. There's a better water flow when you use the pour-over. It's a lot of room for the water to get around and really bloom the coffee. That's another thing, and I didn't do it. I forgot to do it. Speaking of bloom the coffee, literally what you're supposed to do in a pour-over is put a little bit of water in, just enough to cover the grounds, and then you let it sit for 3 minutes. That is the proper way to do it. After the 3 minutes, then you can pour the whole thing, all your water in. That's the way you do it for the pour over, and for a French press. You bloom the coffee first, it opens it up, and you'll get an even deeper coffee flavor. I did it quick here, just poured it in there because I'm doing a video. It still tastes 100% amazing, but if you really want to bloom the coffee, you wet the coffee with the boiling water first, let it sit for a few minutes, and then come back and pour the rest of your water over. And the blooming of the coffee, it's all opened up, and you're really going to get the deep, true flavor of the bean. You want to taste it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's good. There's sugar, and I put sugar in it. Anyway, it's really good. I wouldn't lie to you about coffee because, well, honestly, I wouldn't lie to you about anything. If something bites it, I'm going to tell you. But if you like the Bulletproof brand, Bulletproof's going to send me hate mail. Sorry, Bulletproof. But this is almost half the price of Bulletproof. And I'm sure Bulletproof will have a baby cow and be upset. But give this a try. It is really decently priced, and it tastes really good. So I'll put the link down below.